One of the biggest challenges when you're creating content is knowing whether or not your content is actually going to be positioned to rank high in organic Google searches or be recommended in the LLMs like ChatGPT. That's why inside of RightBlogger, we just released a brand new feature called SEO Reports, where you get an actual SEO score based on how your content is going to perform in search results. Now, as you can see here, I just ran an article using our AI article writer here inside of RightBlogger on the topic of LLM SEO. This is a long form article. It's 3,760 words is my first draft. So it's pretty lengthy. It's very in depth, but how do you know if this is actually going to have a chance to succeed and rank and drive traffic to your website? Well, over here inside of our SEO report area, we now have a score that's going to tell us. As you can see, just on the first draft, this is a 41%. That's not high enough. This is a pretty competitive topic out there, and I'm going to want to get this well into the green range, as close to 100 as possible, if I want to have a shot at really ranking high and being the top ranking article for this topic. So as you can see here, let me just walk you through a few key sections of the SEO report. Right up top, we've got sources. These are the exact sources for what currently ranks high at the top of Google search results. We've got a Reddit post, we've got articles, we've got other types of content pieces that currently rank in the top few spots. And what we've done behind the scenes with our SEO report here is we've learned how these articles are ranking high currently. And we've developed an understanding using the help of AI of how you can create content that will outperform these. And you see here, automatically we are at a 41%. We want to improve that. And here's how you're going to do it. Under the content structure, you see the various different components here of what makes up your SEO score. Word count is really important. You want to land in the right range. If you're too low or too high, that's something that Google often considers as being outside the range of what's going to be ranked on the first page. Headings, you can see we've got a few too many. Perhaps there's a bit much going on in this article compared to all the other ones that currently rank. Paragraphs looking pretty good here in the middle. This green check mark signifies that it's looking nice. Images, we're right here somewhere in the middle as well. So these are all various factors you'll want to consider when you're improving your article in order to grow your score and get it a bit higher. Now, drilling into the real meat here of the SEO report is the top keywords section. Keywords are still how search engines and how LLMs, AI like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, really determine what a piece of content is about. So you need to have all of these keywords mentioned in your article in order to position it for SEO success. You'll see here when you hover on any of the keywords, you get some data about how it's already being used inside the article. And when you've got a keyword phrase that already has a green check mark next to it, that means you're good to go. It's already within the acceptable range of optimization. You've mentioned it enough times. You haven't mentioned it too many times to be keyword stuffing. So you're very, very dialed in here on anything that already comes across as green. Now, when you get something that's in the yellow range, that suggests you're potentially over-optimized for that keyword. Maybe you've mentioned it a few too many times. Maybe it's mentioned way too many times in the article. So hover over each of these and you'll see specific insights based on each keyword. That allows you to come back over here into your article and make some changes in order to improve your optimization score. Now, as you can see, last but not least, we've got a lot of keyword phrases that aren't mentioned either at all or enough inside this article. Some of them, like large language models, we've got it mentioned twice in the article, but the SEO report suggests you want to have it 3 to 5 times in order to really position this piece of content the right way for organic search. I agree with that. And I'm going to go ahead and include that mention back into my article. And I'll show you just real quick here what it looks like when you're improving this content based on the SEO score. So we're starting at a 41%. Now, I'm going to copy all of these keywords that we have mentioned and haven't mentioned, and I'm just going to add them in here inside one paragraph to show you the change in score immediately. the content score jumps up to a 71%. We're in the green range by just mentioning all of these terms one more time inside this article. So you get an idea of how obviously you would not want to just copy and paste a big paragraph of keywords. You don't want to do that. This is an example for illustrative purposes only. You want to go through and weave in all of these topics that we hadn't yet mentioned into the body of your content. Now, if that sounds like a lot of work, I'm with you. That sounds like too much work for me. So we're working on a new feature coming soon inside RightBlogger where you'll be able to improve your article in just a few clicks based on the results of an SEO report. And you'll automatically have updates made to your content that will increase the score and get it closer to being publish ready. One final takeaway here is to remember that this SEO score and the SEO report itself is more like a compass to guide you in the right direction with dialing in your piece of content. It's not so important that you actually get the score up to 100% on every piece of content you create, because most of these top ranking sources right here aren't at 100% themselves. So don't focus on over-optimizing based on getting the highest grade with this score. Use it rather as a guide to make sure that you are covering all of the right topics. Because as you can see, the first draft here of this article missed a lot of these important topics for this keyword phrase. And so I'll take that information, that data point, and then come and improve my content. We want you to play with this right now inside RightBlogger. And everyone who's on a pro account will be able to create up to 5 reports per month. So please come take this for a test ride. We'd love your feedback, and coming soon, we'll have an improve content button that allows you to more quickly and automatically, using the help of AI, improve this content based on the scores you see here.